I studied over 100 e-commerce brands making millions from email marketing, and then I used their exact tactics to scale my clients' email list to multi-six figures per month. So in this video, I'm going to expose their $1 million strategies so you can copy and paste them into your own business and blow up your email revenue. Let's dive straight into it. And this first point is so important that email marketing will not work for you if you mess it up, but 90% of e-commerce brands do, and that's why their emails don't make money. Let me show you how it works. Now, let's say that today you decide to open a brand new steakhouse. What if I send you 1,000 vegans every single day for the rest of time? You won't make any money from them. But if instead I choose to send you just 100 steak lovers every day and you charge them $25 each, then you'd be making $2.5 thousand every day. Now, here's a quick question for you. What if instead of sending you just 100 steak lovers every day, I send you 200? Well, your revenue doubles. That's what happens. So the amount of money you make really comes down to two things: the amount of traffic you get and the quality of that traffic. And when it comes to email marketing, 7, 8, and 9-figure brands obsess over these two things. They don't just try to make their email list as large as possible, they also make sure they attract the right subscribers too. So let me show you how you can put that into practice today to quickly get your next 10,000 email list subscribers who want to buy your stuff. So when I analyzed 100 e-commerce stores that are doing 7, 8, or 9 figures in revenue, what I noticed is that around 80% of their list subscriber growth comes from one of the pop-ups that you can see on the screen. And if you don't know what a pop-up is, I'll zoom in so you can see. But essentially, it shows up on your website and capture the email of your site traffic, right? So that way you have their email, you can remarket to them after. Now, I wanted to see how these 7, 8, and 9-figure brands grew their email list. So I put all of these pop-ups inside of that one file just to see patterns, right? And we'll talk about the pattern later, but if you want to just check out all of these pop-ups for yourself, you can get that document in the description. And so what you'll notice when you check out the file for yourself is that all of these big brands, what they always do 100% of the time is that they filter in people who have a chance to buy and they filter out everybody else, meaning they only offer something that would attract the buyers onto their email list. So for example, on the headline of their pop-up, they typically have one of these 4 offers right there. So either a percentage off, meaning a 10%, 15%, a dollar amount off, $10 off, for example, or a buy this, get that free, or even a buy this, get $10 off, for example. Now, if on your pop-up you put up a headline like this and people give you their email, it means that they at least have some intention to buy. And from there, let me show you how these brands make millions from their email list subscribers. So just to give you some data around this, Nike actually sends 2.5 emails per week. Vuori sends about 5.06, Fila 2.83, and Olay 5.62. These are all stores that are obviously crushing. And as you can see, they send between 2 to 5 emails per week. And this is just campaigns. So this is excluding any email that might go out to you if you go to their checkout page and leave without buying. But most stores that aren't at this level, what they typically do is they send between 1 to 4 emails per month this time. So maybe 1 a week at best. Basically, when their ads aren't super profitable, that's when they wake up and realize that maybe sending an email or 2 is a good idea. So take a look at one of my clients, for example. So back in September, he was sending about 1 email campaign per week. So that's on top of his usual retargeting. And that made him about $44,000 that month, right? The emails were working, but 1 email per week is just definitely not good enough if you want to maximize revenue and make some serious money with email marketing. And in December, email revenue was $176,000. That's 4 times better than what it was in September. So now let me show you how you can at least start sending 3 emails per week without absolutely crumbling under the workload. And first off, I already told you what not to do. Don't forget about email marketing until it becomes necessary. Because if you do, what will happen is you'll have to rush 1 email script, you'll have to rush to do 1 design, and rush to actually send it to your list. Now, what will happen is after you're done with that 1 email, just 2 or 3 days after that, you'll have to come up with another one. And you'll have to repeat that cycle over and over and over and over again. And that's extremely unproductive. So instead, what you should do is write your emails in bulk, design them in bulk, and schedule them in bulk. That way you can get between 1 to 2 weeks worth of content done in just 1 sitting. Now, quick warning though, do not make more than 5 campaigns in bulk. Because to make things clear, right? If that's the first emails you ever send, they won't perform that well, or as well as they could anyway. And so what you'll want to do is come up with a short batch just to get some initial data first. And then as soon as you're done with that, you will have some initial data and you want to optimize the next round as fast as possible. Now that won't happen and that won't be possible if you come up with 30 campaigns in one go and then you let them run for like a month or two. So here are some action steps for you. Number 1, create your first 5 campaigns in bulk. Number 2, schedule them. Number 3, look at the data. Number 4, improve the next 5. And number 5, repeat. You go through that loop over and over and over again. Now, even if you have a small email list, I wouldn't worry about it personally because you could get results like these. And with 5,000 openers, we just got $7,000 in sales. And this leads me to the next thing that 7, 8, and 9 figures brands do when it comes to email marketing. Because even after you get your first $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 in sales, it just doesn't mean that you will keep on getting these same results. And that's especially true if you keep on using the same kind of angle, the same kind of idea inside of your email, and the same type of promotion. All of these will lead your email to convert lower and lower and lower over time. And the reason for that is simple, because people will stop reading your email, they'll unsubscribe, and you can't get any sales from email marketing if all of your list subscribers are gone. So let's see how the biggest e-commerce brand in the world keep their email list engaged so people don't unsubscribe, how they come up with fresh content that people look forward to reading, and how they create new deals and promotion that print sales again and again. So let's go over BioTrust and their email marketing strategy, because right now they're doing about $42 million per year, and I like what they're doing with their emails. So here's one email that they sent to me about 9 days ago, for example, and they're promoting a special deal of the month. So let me find it here inside of the email, but yeah, deal of the month. And the angle they're pitching it with is this brain awareness month. Now, if you're not familiar with who BioTrust is and what they're basically selling supplements. And yeah, as you can see, if I click on the link that is shared inside of the email, I'm brought to a landing page that is promoting the deal of the month, right? Now, the interesting thing is, if you check their ads, they don't mention the deal of the month or brain awareness months at all. And really, if you check their website, there's no mention of it either. So why is that the case? Well, the truth is they came up with that deal just to keep their email content fresh. And if they just keep on coming up with deals of the month, which they do, I've been subscribed to their email list a long time, well, their email list subscribers have something to just actually look forward to. And that's another reason to just keep on opening their emails. And let's say that, for example, this month, I'm a subscriber of BioTrust email list, and I just absolutely don't like the promo, right? Because they're giving you a discount off of this Eternal Mind product. Maybe I just don't want it. But because BioTrust just keeps me on their email list, I'm at least reminded that the brand exists and that they come up with quality products. So yeah, maybe I don't like their Eternal Mind product, but maybe I'll click on the link they shared inside of an email. I'll go to their website, check out this product page. Maybe I need some vitamins and I'll just buy it from them. And so in March, BioTrust came up with Brain Awareness Month to market a new offer for their email list. Now, if you're a brand in a completely different space, you can't do that, right? Brain Awareness Month might not apply to you. So let me show you how you can apply that exact same concept in your space. So I'll pick a random example. Let's say that you're selling protein powder. Let me apply that same principle live and direct with you. So I'll go and share my screen right there, and I'll copy and paste this prompt into ChatGPT. So I sell, describe your product. For example, I'll just put protein powder to men in their 20s, right? Men in their 20s. And so here, what I'll do is I'll just give ChatGPT one example of what I want for the months of January, so he can come up with the rest and just give me an example for the months of February all the way to December, right? So January is the month where most people make their New Year resolution. And I feel like for the gym space and to sell protein powder, a great angle would be your 2025 gym transformation stores today. And so ChatGPT will read that prompt and come up with something for February all the way to December, right? So let me just give that to him and see what he comes up with. All right, so ChatGPT is done with creating the angles. Now, there are some I absolutely love and some I don't like as much, but it's up to you as a marketer, obviously, to design. Now, January, let's just study this one for a second. He used the same promotion angle I wanted, but he added this incredible twist that I absolutely love. And why do I love this angle? It's for the simple reason that in January, most people believe that they'll actually stay consistent with whatever their goals are for January and all the way to the end of the year. And selling them a bulk package, well, January is the perfect time, especially for this kind of product, right? Because you can ride on the momentum people just assign to themselves, if that makes sense. January, I'd 100% approve that idea. Same thing for February. I really like that angle. Now for April, ChatGPT is talking about tax season. I don't think it makes sense for this kind of product. I don't think it would sell very well. And so at this point, either I tell ChatGPT to come up with the new angle for that specific month that I don't like, or I just come up with a new promotion myself if I see something that makes sense. And that actually brings us to one of the biggest email mistakes people make that stop their email from converting no matter how much effort they put into them. So watch this video here to learn what that mistake is and how to stop it from happening to you.